Ban the holidays, that's what I say.
Yeah.
I'm through with the holidays.
A Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
Wait, get the poll.
I missed you, Foxy.
I missed you, Maxx.
Don't lie to me.
Hi, welcome to the Super Awesome Comic Review Show with special guest, the Maxx!
What's up, people of the
Maxx
world?
is baxx.
I am happy to be back, and it was a good week, too. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here, which obviously makes it a good week.
That does make it a better week.
But it is a good week for comics.
There were some good things.
Yeah.
We had a lot of good things.
We did.
We actually had to pare the 5 down. That's always nice.
Yeah, we did. We did. There was like 3 that I was surprised it didn't make it on there. But then you had like mystery books that I show up and you're like, oh yeah, also these.
Oh yeah, I forgot to make you read these. Maxx, you're so far. Come over, come here.
Oh.
All right, there it is.
Now we're close.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So let's get into the top 5.
All right. Well, here they are here. Well, coming in at number 5, is it okay if I do this?
Yeah, you do it.
I'll just like, yeah!
Run this shit.
Coming in at number 5, we have from DC Comics, writer Brian Azzarello, artist Jim Lee, some other people, but it's Batman, Europa, issue number 1 of a 4-part miniseries. That is our number 5 pick for the week.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I definitely, if you were disappointed, as we were talking about, if you were disappointed in Jim Lee's Multiversity issue that he did with Grant Morrison.
And I was.
And you were. Either way, Batman Europa, excellent Jim Lee artwork.
Yeah, Jim Lee on game.
Yeah, it's probably the best Joker he's ever done. Because even as much as I liked Hush, I did not like his Joker in Hush. I thought it was just really weird.
A little too angular, a little weird, yeah.
Yeah, like not something that a normal person would ever look like, or even an abnormal person in a chemical bath would look like. So
nope.
That was weird. But Europa, great. Good storytelling. There was a few. It clocks in at 5 because there were a few grammatical snafus.
Yeah, I think it would have. There were like 3 different moments that I just felt like, did I just misread that? Was it a typo? Oh no, it wasn't. It was just a little awkward on the writing, but that's fine. Overall, it was very entertaining. I look forward to the next one.
Yeah, the Batman Joker bromance continues.
Yeah, the bromance is going strong.
Which brings us to number 4, which is not from DC Comics, but it might as well have been from DC Comics. Mark Millar, Raphael Albuquerque bringing you Huck, number 1.
Now I understand why you said it might as well have been from DC Comics. I was like, what are we talking about next? Who are you insulting? No, just kidding. DC
what if the
fans.
person you least expected had an amazing secret, also known as what if a boy in small town America was Superman? Oh wait, we did that comic already.
Oh wait, yeah. No, he's not Superman. He's just got he's just special, man.
He's just really fast and really strong and a really good person.
And a farmer.
No, he works at a gas station.
Whatever. He wears overalls and
that's how you do.
He lives next to some
rural
cornfields.
places. No, Huck was awesome. I thought it was really good, and obviously it's a play on Superman.
Oh yeah.
And so we're making fun of it.
Clearly.
But it was well written. My favorite part of it was Raphael Albuquerque doing more of a Golden Age style art, not his usual like.
I don't know. It seemed almost more. It seemed more luminescent, yeah. It seemed more impressionistic than his art usually is. It was less hardline, a little bit more like colorful and bright.
Yeah. Well, yeah, which fit the theme of the book.
Very painterly.
Yeah, which is great. So yeah, we learned that this small town has a super awesome secret hero who's really obsessed with doing nice things.
I do like the whole concept of the town keeping his secret. That is different than Superman and something I appreciated. Like it's just the town's best kept secret, basically.
Yeah,
this guy helps everybody and they're like, hey, shut up.
I had a little problem with the ending on that same note though, because the whole book leads you to be going in one direction and then without any explanation it goes in the other direction. But no spoilers. Read it. It was a lot of fun. It's a good book. Was it IGN gave it a 10 out of 10?
Yeah, I think
IGN?
It was one of those websites that people trust more than us. But yeah, 10.
I don't know what you're talking about. People
it got a 10.0 on one of those big websites. We're giving it the 4th slot.
Yeah.
I've only got 3 fingers, but it's 4th.
Like a turtle.
Yeah.
But that's only because the 3 books ahead of it are
quite good.
Incredible. Coming in at number 3, Marvel is back with, apparently while I've been gone, number 1s abound. But fortunately, they didn't really reboot the story. They just kept going with it because it's Thor number 1! If you missed out on the last Thor number 1, you can read this Thor number 1. Don't be a loser and miss out on Thor number 1 twice. Is there anything about Thor that we want to say that we haven't already said?
Well, I'll just say again, this is all, I could just edit in clips from the old shows when we talked about it, but Dodderman's art is fantastic. The color is really great. Aaron's an excellent writer. Maybe you know that we think that.
One of the best.
You've seen us talk
Not
about all his
biased.
books.
I just like good things.
But I will say, as a new number one, a lot of these I was worried, like, is this going to be a real jumping on point or is it going to be random as heck? And it's not random. It's like an actually really good jumping on point. And it does feel like a new series because all of the Jane Foster Thor up until this point has been like almost predicated upon the mystery of who is this Lady Thor. But now we know,
Which
and
is
it's
kind
not
of a fake mystery because obviously it was going to be Jane Foster.
You didn't know.
I did know. I called it issue 1, page 1.
All right, we all thought it was Jane Foster, but that being said, the book gets to stand on its own without the mystery being the whole purpose of its existence, and it's cool to just like have a book about Jane and not like, oh, who is it? Who is it? Like you don't care anymore, or it's past that.
Yeah, I feel like we finally just get to have a female Thor instead of the justification for a female Thor.
Right, and this was the first issue. Like, actual Thor Odin's son doesn't make an appearance, which may be a problem for some people, but it wasn't for me. It worked just fine.
I don't really miss the Odin son.
No, not really.
I mean, he's cool, but
he'll be back.
Yeah, sooner or later. And I also really like how it sort of takes on you get a larger sense of Thor's universe and the players in it and what they're doing and what their end games are, which they always sort of allude to and maybe they talk about and sometimes they show. But I feel like this series, like maybe the next 6 issues, we're really going to get a sense of that. And that I'm excited for.
Yeah, there was the Imperial Senate. But not in a bad way. It didn't feel like a prequel.
No.
Not a Lucas Imperial Senate. But there were some visual similarities, that's it.
Yeah. Let's go on to number 2.
Let's do it.
Coming in at number 2, it is Miss Marvel, also in issue number 1, and also not, erroneous issue number 1. A true issue number 1, a true jumping on point.
It is continuing from the previous 18-issue arc, but also a really good jumping on point.
Yeah. Now, also one thing to note about all of these number 1s, they do happen post Secret Wars.
And it doesn't matter.
It so doesn't matter.
It seemed like they almost told a joke about that in the Miss Marvel. Like
they definitely
called
did.
it like a non-disaster or something like that.
The disaster that never was.
It's like
El Nino.
Hey, remember that time that the world almost blew up, but then it didn't? That's kind of how they sum it up right here. And it's like, yeah, that doesn't take away from the glory that has been Secret Wars at all.
Nope.
But at the same time, it doesn't take away from the continuity that preceded Secret Wars either. So,
yeah,
best of both worlds.
Absolutely best of both worlds, which is what Miss Marvel is. Because I think on the one hand you get excellent superhero action, which is always cool. But then on the other hand you have all of these very human characters doing very human things, dealing with very human emotions and problems. And I mean that's how it would be for life too. Like it's not like Tony Stark wakes up one day and is like morning until dusk, I'm Iron Man. He also has to be
Tony only Stark. On the bad days.
Yeah. He also has to be Tony Stark. He also has to deal with those emotions and those things. So 2 things about Miss Marvel really stood out to me. The one thing that I really liked is that Marvel absolutely did not back down from their stances to who she was as a character. Her values didn't change. They didn't edit anything out. They didn't say, oh, we're going to push this book back a few weeks or anything like that. They're like, no, this is it, and that doesn't make it a bad thing or a good thing or something that we're going to do for marketing. That's just the way the world is. The world is full of diverse people, and we should accept that.
Which is to say she is Muslim, just in case you missed all that.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I would have felt really weird if they did push it back, because that doesn't have anything to do with anything, really, it's not like, Kamala Khan is not a member of ISIS.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. But, people get kind of worked up, especially around, election cycles.
And especially when it comes to commerce, and this is a company making business decisions.
And I could absolutely see where someone who didn't have any pretext for any of the Miss Marvel comics going on, picking up an issue and being like, bah! How dare Disney try and profit off of this?
American superheroes! She's not an American. Not my Iron Man. Or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Not my Captain America, but I just turned it around there. Don't worry about it!
It's alright.
Alright.
They wouldn't have recognized him in the first page either.
But yeah, great comic. It's super funny. The family element is there. The friend element is there. It's a really strong supporting cast. And Adrian Alphana's art. And,
is it G. Willow Wilson? Is it?
Oh yeah, she's still writing.
Yeah,
and then,
a testament to her writing skill. I care about high school relationships.
Yeah. I'm always surprised when I care.
Yeah, I'm like, he's making out with who? I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait, whoa.
First off, why do I care? Second off, did I really just say that out loud? But no,
I'm also impressed that you care because you haven't read the last arc or so, right?
No, but it's a number 1.
Yeah, it's a number 1, but like in the very previous issue, which was 8 months ago in story, there was like a whole rooftop.
Oh, that actually happened?
That actually happened in the
Okay.
very previous issue like a month ago.
No, I just imagined it so vividly in my mind. I was like, man.
We can't talk anymore about this. Spoilers, you guys.
No, yeah.
Moving on to number 1.
Moving on to number 1. Perhaps what is my new favorite series. I don't know, I've only read 2.
But you did read 2 and 3.
Foxy, what are we reading? We're reading this Tokyo Ghost. Number 3, what do I need to know? You need to know that we're sold out of number 1. Okay.
Yeah, it's that good.
No, but I loved issue 2, and I loved issue 3. I thought the storytelling, we were talking about this, Remender sort of stumbles on issue 3 sometimes. This one, he didn't at all. Issue 3.
No, it just keeps getting stronger.
Issue 3 was so strong. Every aspect of this book just was either a commentary on something that's going on in the world today,
A mashup of like his favorite pop culture references.
Yeah, like, everything that you would ever want, be it commentary or pop culture, is referenced in this book. It's paid homage to in this book in a way, in just a super poignant way. The only thing I can really relate it to is like, I don't know, maybe for Remender this will be his Don Giovanni, where he can really just sort of take a step back and talk about the world that he lives in a way that is both glorifying and sort of, I don't know, terrible at the same time. Because you get,
you get
awesome
both, for
sci-fi
sure.
samurai action, which we have in abundance in our world today, and you also have, terrible corporate sleazebaggeries doing terrible corporate corrupt sleazebaggery things.
And then as far as, there's something that I mentioned, I think, with the second issue review. I hope I did, otherwise I failed. But every issue has a very different tone. And I don't know if that's intentional or what, but I just feel like the first issue felt like a very certain thing. Then the second issue was like stepping into a different realm entirely. And then the third issue as well. It's just like every issue surprises me. It's never like the follow-up that I'm expecting or the tonal kind of like, oh, now we're just going to plateau at this one thing. It's still exploring.
Let me ask you, where was the setting for issue number 1?
It was in the city, which was like super grimy.
The same city that was in number 2?
There were no
Or
giant
different-
palatial estates with pools or any of that stuff.
So-
It was just like streets and like rugged like street warfare, basically.
And I'm assuming that it had that kind of tone to it?
Oh yeah, it was
And then,
very
like-
Mad Maxy.
Yeah, the second issue was all set in this sort of like well, not utopian, but if you're rich, like this is the privileged life that you get in this universe, and you have giant
it was like-
waterfalls and rosemary air conditioners and like
What was that Matt Damon, Neil Blomkamp movie where he goes to the moon to like steal the rich people's healthcare?
Yeah, I don't remember.
It was like that though. You know what I'm talking about, right?
It was a lot like that. What was that movie called?
Elysium?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Elysium moon status.
Yeah.
So I guess like
And I thought-
Elysium,
and I
it
thought-
moved from the planet where it was grimy to the moon where it was awesome, or whatever. Awesome if you're rich.
Into inner city.
Yeah, and then the third issue now has us like firmly in this Neo Bushido, the jungle culture
Yeah,
or
and
whatever.
I thought the tone reflected that as well. So I think the tone is like geographically where they're at, and it's sort of like
that makes sense.
you're supposed to
It's
feel
context
like
based.
how you would feel if you lived there. I don't know.
At any rate, it's
My
rad
theory. It's my theory, and it sounds good, so I'm sticking to it.
and beautiful. Sean Murphy's drawn some sexy lines in there. Not just the lady lines. All the lines are sexy. Those pandas,
You
man.
just have
those
a thing
pandas
for
look
the
good.
raccoon.
Yeah. There's like a red panda raccoon thing. I don't know what it is, but it's furry in all the right ways. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Well, that's all I had for number. We have a few. You have a few spotlights though.
Oh yeah, let's talk about a couple of graphic novels that came out this week. Giant Days Volume 1 is out finally. Now, for all of those of you who weren't able to track down the sold-out issues, you can catch up with the rest of us. And such a good series.
Amazing series.
$9.99, taken after the Image thing. Yeah,
Seriously?
$9.99, 6 issues. It's happening.
Hell, damn guy, that's crazy low.
And it was recently announced, like maybe a couple months ago, they announced that it got extended from a 6-issue series to a 12-issue series, and now it's been extended to an ongoing series.
Hold on, let me ask you a serious question, because
Yeah.
my gut instinct is that's a good thing. Do you see that possibly being a bad thing? Because sometimes those extensions sort of backfire because you don't know.
Yeah, maybe they're
what the
running out of
creative team
ideas
has
or whatever.
planned. Yeah.
But I know that John Ellison has done an epic shitload of webcomics with related characters in a universe that's tied
so
to
the
this one.
content's there to back it up?
Yeah, I mean,
Or
they already released like the 4th graphic novel collection of another one of his series, like Bad Machinery, I think. So the guy writes a lot, and his webcomics presence is like felt by all but me, I guess, because I don't read enough webcomics. But as far as I can tell,
I've seen
the
your
archives
backlog
are
on reading
huge.
list. I don't fault you for not getting caught.
No,
up on
yeah,
the web
I've got to read a lot of stuff.
I thought it was a coffee table. No, it was just
No,
a
that's
backlog.
books. But yeah, the guy writes a lot, and apparently he writes a lot in this universe, which is not far off from reality. So I'm sure there's like endless stuff to comment on, and you know, we'll just grow up with these characters. If they leave college and the story's still going on, I'm sure it'll still be relevant and funny. So.
Oh, very good. That's cool then. I'm happy.
Also
you
out this
allayed my
week,
fears.
Low Volume 2.
What? Low?
Low Volume 2.
What's
Drews
that?
paperback.
Is that like the most amazing comic book that I've ever read? Yes. Well.
Survey says. Yep.
Survey says.
Yep.
Ching!
It is the.
It is my favorite.
The only thing that Tokyo Ghost might offset as the best thing that Rick Remender writes.
That's true.
So far, Low is the best. Tokyo Ghost coming up on
Low's
its
got
heels.
like a head start on it though. We'll see how Tokyo Ghost comes along.
Yeah, when
Both
Tokyo
have
Ghost
amazing
is up
artists.
to, 10 issues, 9 issues, whatever, it will be lucky to be as good as Low.
That's true.
So, that's it, guys.
That's it. That's all we got. Well, because I haven't said it in a while, till I see you next time, Foxy.
You know what to do.
Stay frosty.
Well, I will.
Oh yeah. You too, people.
Stay frosty, y'all.
See you next time.
Also, be a feminist.
Is that your new thing?
I stole it from a chick.
Oh, okay.